Bennett's certainly become more vocal in the preseason, trying to get this Austin team back to the playoffs this year. Eric Taylor fires a deep flick. Jacob Fairfax, in between a couple members of the Austin Soul, comes down with it. And Noah Saul looking for Fisher, who picks up his 8th goal of the season. And the Flyers even the score up at 1, 2 minutes in a number of different ways. Say the same thing about the Raleigh Flyers. They've been resilient. They've had to be. Heartbreaker last night again. This is Fairfax to Fisher, and what a shot.
Unbelievable. That was incredible. Watching him run that down, I thought, I'm not sure he's going to make it. And the closing speed that Fisher exhibited running down that throw from Fairfax.
It's got to be the 6th time this weekend that Jacob Fairfax has hit Henry Fisher in the end zone.
Pump fake from Raleigh, swings over to Taylor. Right at the 30. Suntroy trying to keep him from no big. Terrence Mitchell, haven't really said his name yet. Goes for the flick. He's got Fairfax. Zach trying to run it down. Fairfax gets up over him.
Over Zach Avello.
And that's going to be a tough matchup. And a nice little swing back to Taylor, who gets the score. Raleigh able to get some of their deep shots in, and they're so far doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think they're not necessarily happy with that shot. Definitely had to, Raleigh player had to make a play there.
Right.
You usually want to catch those in stride.
Andrew Cohen. Now Fisher with the disc. Gets it over to
Handling
Fairfax.
his containment
Here
zone.
we go. We got Freystarter kind of streaking deep on the lower 30. They're still in the middle. Right now it's just small ball. Atlanta really stalling them. That was probably
that was a throw they
Coben.
needed.
Here we go.
Big
Fairfax,
gainer up the
Fisher.
middle. Past that initial trio of 3. They're able to
and solid that whole triangle area. Solid programs all around. Mitchell able to get some big room there on the 50. Immediately dishes it into Fairfax. Got Muniz deep. Probably being baited by Bush. Eric Taylor with a nice juke around Alex. Gets the nice swing now to Muniz. At the 35. Calls it deep, but ends up looking short to Noah Saul. He's got the strike. Beautiful backhand. That pops up for Fairfax. Fairfax pumped about it.
You need to have depth, but Miranda told us that there are some guys tonight that may have their last chance of the season to kind of prove themselves and show they belong the rest of the season. It's a great shot deep. Jacob Fairfax with separation away from Lally. Terrence Mitchell, fairly quiet first half by his standards. Henry Fisher launches long. Jacob Fairfax accelerates and runs it down.
We've seen today, but Flyers are going to try to not let that stop them with just 5 minutes remaining, as that one is just thrown away.
They'll shoot. Fairfax pumping up the crowd here.
Come back immediately, push the big one up. And the score. Raleigh Flyers go up. Raleigh Flyers bring up the 35, and then again to the 35, and then up. Going down to Misha Space Center. Perfect place here. Far sideline, 10-yard jump. Good swing pass. Charlie Muniz. Watch your feet there, Charlie. And a hammer from Fairfax to the far side of the field. And it comes down for a score. There's 15 seconds left in the game. Ryan Shard with a massive layup. Raleigh puts it deep. And Raleigh comes out with another.
Bobby Lay looks deep, but he goes over to Alan Laviolette, who gives it to Misha in the middle of the field. And back to Bobby Lay. Fairfax looking deep, and he's going to look open for him. Fairfax up against 2 Roughneck defenders. He gets up, and he gets the grab. Jacob Fairfax, what a grab. Here's Bobby Lay after the pull. He switches it over to Jacob Fairfax on the left-hand side. As Terrence Mitchell goes deep, and he is not holding back on that one. Terrence Mitchell, and he's in there. A quick Raleigh point, and Gabriel Hernandez wasn't able to do much about it. Terrence Mitchell was ahead of him the entire time, and just as Jacob Hernandez went on the right-hand side, the dish just cut right back on him, and Terrence Mitchell was wide open in the end zone, making it to Noah Saul. Alan Laviolette in the middle of the field. Jacob Fairfax now on the right-hand side. He's looking deep to Terrence Mitchell. It's a little ahead of him. Terrence Mitchell's going for it, and he is going to be able to grab it. And he's just going to give it off to Noah Saul. Jacob Fairfax goes deep, and Misha Freistetter beats a man, and he's going to go deep to Fairfax, and he is wide open in the end zone. A one-handed grab. A quick point from the Flyers. St. McAllister, not many men with him. He's just going to go back to Lay. Lay's calling for a man, not much movement, but Laviolette's found up in the middle. Fairfax is going deep, and Laviolette's going to put it up to him. It's Fairfax versus Larberg in the end zone, and Jacob Fairfax is going to come up with it. Chris Larberg kind of slid under him, but Jacob Fairfax isn't going to let anything affect him. With another point from Fairfax, he has just been a goal machine. It's like his hand is a magnet to the disc. The end of this third quarter. Saul rotates it to Jacob Fairfax, who goes way deep to Misha Freistetter. And he's open, and he's there. What a toss from Jacob Fairfax.
Got 3 goals so far tonight. Fairfax rips it, and he's got Fisher open. Kittredge left him open. Tries to make up the ground and cannot. Henry Fisher skies for the score. Mike Drost, the all-time leader in blocks in AUDL history. And how about that scoober over the crowd by Eric Taylor?
A lot of upside downs here.
Fairfax, hammer, yacht pursuing, and it's Fisher again.
I think that was 3, maybe 4 upside down throws in a row for.
This is just the second point of the overtime, which is now down to about 40 seconds. And Raleigh almost turned it, but Bobby Lay with a superhero catch throws to Fairfax, testing Alarcon. Fairfax comes down with a disc, and we're tied with 30 seconds to go.
Traps the Raleigh Flyers down below the 15-yard line.
Looks like the Cannons are allowing the unders because they want to take away the over-the-tops, but that's what they go for.
Wow.
Okay,
and
all right.
We can see Height playing a role already for the Flyers, though.
Yeah, that's a tough one to defend. Terrence Mitchell here in the middle of a 3-man
It looks like
stack.
they're bracketing him possibly here.
Yeah, it's definitely a good move. No over-the-top help. They're all man-to-man. There it is. There's the deep shot.
Oh, wow.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know what was better there, the layout on the huck or the layout catch.
Yeah, he literally hucked it 50 yards laying out.
I mean, that was a Tim Tebow sidearm.
True. I need more Gator references. Flyers able to immediately move it to about their 25. Great undercut, attacks the disc. Big deep shot. That's going to hang. Terrence Mitchell has been known to get scores. There's going to be some contact call, but he's a nice guy, and he says, hey, nice attempt.
And Hernandez looking to the end zone, cannot find the mark, and Raleigh takes back over on offense.
Fortunate little break there for Raleigh, a little too casual.
Kieran Allen with an absolute beauty, but Jacob Fairfax called not in the end zone. I think a bad call by the referee there. We'll see on the replay, but it's an easy assist instead. Fairfax looking deep. Bobby Lay gets into the end zone in the second half. Good to see that he doesn't have any major knee injury after the way that it looked in the first half. Crossfield Blade drops in for the score, and Raleigh keeps it going to start the second half.
Raleigh looking to possess here.
And then Terrence Mitchell takes off in one-on-one, and he's not going to get stopped by many players in this league when he gets loose deep like that. And stops by for a little extra shout out on the sideline camera phone.
Moves over to Bobby Lay. Bobby Lay to Jacob Fairfax. And he looks deep to Russell. This one's going to be in the end zone, but can he get there? And he can. Movement here as Bobby Lay gets that one. Jacob Fairfax makes a cut on the left-hand side. And he has to get up for that one. A very good grab. And Terrence Mitchell's making a run deep, and it's going to be a one-on-one in the end zone. And Terrence Mitchell with a great grab and gets the feet down. Cohen finds Mitchell in the middle of the field. That goes to Jacob Fairfax. And he's just going to go deep, and it's Connor Russell in the end zone. And a great one-handed grab. He keeps the foot in, gets the drag. There's not many places to go, but it's rotated around to Adam Carr. Adam Carr's got that Raleigh double team on him, and Jacob Fairfax with a beautiful one-handed grab. He goes straight to the end zone, and it's a break. And Kieran Allen receives it. And up to Bobby Lay. Bobby Lay's just going to go deep right away. Jacob Fairfax is going for it with two tracking back on him. But Fairfax did a great job getting ahead of the defense. And what a grab by Jacob Fairfax. He's got Alan Laviolette following up. And it's an easy point. What a grab by Jacob Fairfax.
Well, nothing's worse than that damn. Oh, here we go. There you go.
Noah Saul. To Terrence Mitchell in midfield. Jacob Fairfax is going deep, and Terrence Mitchell's going to put that one up for him. Two Cannon defenders coming back. But Jacob Fairfax, he's just been getting up all season, and he does it again.
How will the Flyers respond to this? Bobby Lay remains on the field. Kieran Allen centers the disc to him. And he fires deep. Jacob Fairfax is there. And he's just shy of the goal line. Got Mitchell running with him. Frey Stoddard 2, and Misha leapt into the end zone. The New York Empire and the San Diego Growlers will be there. It's looking more and more like the Indianapolis AlleyCats will be there. Indy has opened up a 6-point lead now on Pittsburgh in the Midwest title game that's going on tonight in Indiana. Fairfax fires. Fisher chased by Frood. Henry Fisher wins that foot race. He's been involved in everything for the Flyers here. They finally figured out how to get him involved, and it's paying dividends for Raleigh.
And the way they've gotten him involved, they've made space for him downfield, and their throwers have been able to attack and huck to the break side. It's just so difficult for any defenders to realistically get there or apply pressure.